one match away from immortality.
This is a total.
One, two, 1, 2. Test, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Check, check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fred Landis to my left, Sean Hennessy here, broadcasting to you live from Santa Clara High School in Santa Clara, California, moments away from the opening tip between the San Benito Hay Balers and the Gunn Titans. San Benito out of Hollister, California, Gunn out of Palo Alto. Doing our mic checks here at Santa Clara High School. Girls basketball CCS Division I final moments away. Later this afternoon, we'll have the boys CCS Division I final coming to you live right here on Play On Sports. That game will be between Santa Teresa and Bellarmine. First tip for that scheduled around 3 o'clock this afternoon. Check 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like Duke's playing, huh?
Yep, yep. Oh, he has your Twitter page.
Yeah?
You found me out there.
What was that?
You found me on Twitter.
I did.
Yeah, yeah.
I did.
I don't.
I got you on there.
I follow. I post some sports stuff, a lot of business stuff usually, but I probably need to do more of that. Oh, there we go. All right. Oh, Sean. You got my mugshot photo there.
Oh yeah, from last night.
Yes, that's right.
And so I went ahead and tagged one here today as well. Coming up at 1 p.m., San Benito Gunn CCS Girls D1 basketball final.
I Facebooked it.
Did you really?
Yeah. And I got a lot of friends that aren't even on either. They said, just email me the link if I want to listen to you.
Oh, yeah.
I said, well, yeah, but get into the millennium as well, and it'll make it easier for you. All right. Well, good.
Oh, darn it. How much time we got? 12 minutes? We got actually a $1:53. Looks like they're going to do introductions here in a second. I was going to get the officials. I was going to see if I can get the officials. Maybe the scores, people have it.
Yeah, they probably do. You can run down and get it.
Could you do that for me, partner?
Hustle? Yeah, yeah.
I totally appreciate it if you could just grab the names of the officials real quick. They don't have to be spelled correctly, just the phonetics. Okay. No worries. We've never done that before too for the test, so it's kind of bizarre. I don't know. I can give the. Okay. Yeah. Not yet. Wait for Fredo to get down here. Yeah.
Features the number 6 seed, the San Benito Hay Balers. And the number 1 seed, the Gunn Titans.
Ooh, we are scraping on our levels here. If that's the case, we'll bring our main up. So we'll bring our main up to about 2 o'clock, and we'll keep this guy. Yeah, because because we don't want these guys peaking that high. That's pretty gosh darn high. We'll keep this at 3, and we'll lower this around 2:30. Yeah, it's this guy. So whenever that happens, we always want to keep these pretty conservative. We can go a little more liberal on this guy.
So, bald guy to the right, Alan Lewis.
Number 24, Kim Sparter.
Eddie Sutton is in the middle.
Number 25, Catherine Angelise.
And Peter Laughlin on the left.
Number 31.
I don't know if how and when you need to know one from the other.
I'll probably just signal the official. I mean, if you know who it is, feel free to say it.
I will, yeah. Now that I've met them, okay. I will try to chime in as appropriate.
Yep. All right, let's go ahead and go live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. It's great to have you with us. As always, Sean Hennessy here with you. Joined to my left side, my main man, Fred Landis. We're broadcasting to you live from Santa Clara High School in Santa Clara, California. You're tuning in to the 2013 CCS Girls Basketball Championship. It is the Division I Girls CCS Championship game. It will feature the number 6 seed, San Benito Hay Balers out of Hollister, California, taking on the number 1 seed, Gunn Titans out of Palo Alto. Fred, two different teams here as the player introductions are taking place. What can we expect to see here this afternoon?
Well, I think you've got a fast team. The Gunn Titans are probably going to look to move the ball up tempo on San Benito or Hollister, as the case may be here this afternoon. Hollister likes the slower pace. San Benito's a faster team, going to make the best of their athleticism to make an early difference. Against common opponents, there is some starking score differences, but you really have to throw all that out when it comes to CCF playoffs, that's for sure. But look for an up-tempo game here by the Titans.
It's a totally different show for my friend. You know, we've seen it at the championship level. You take a look at Gunn's overall performance. They've knocked off the big dogs in presentation, Piedmont Hills. On the flip side, San Benito was defeated by both those schools. So it's safe to say San Benito, being the 6th seed, will have their work cut out for them. Let's go ahead and give you the starting lineups for tonight's matchup. First, San Benito, the 6th seed, number 11, Denise Martinez. Number 22, Angelica Collins. Number 32, Taylor Fabing. Number 35, Elizabeth Rakowski. And number 45, Ellie Burley. For the Gunn Titans, number 3, Zoe Zwirling. Number 11, Claire Klossner. Number 24, Sarah Clem. Number 25, Nora Shevik. And number 34, Megan Mahoney. Sarah Stapp, the athletic director and head varsity girls coach for the Gunn Titans. Mitch Burley, the head coach of the San Benito Hay Balers. Folks, stick around. We're going to pause for a brief moment to honor our nation's national anthem. When we come back, we'll have the first tip live right here at Santa Clara High School. Don't go anywhere. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to PlayOnSports.com as we are getting ready to bring this one to you live here from Santa Clara High School in Santa Clara, California. Both teams out on the court now as we get ready to start the action. Live here at Santa Clara High School in Santa Clara, California. Fred Landis to my left. I am Sean Hennessy bringing you the live play-by-play. It's the 6th seed, San Benito Hay Baylors, taking on the 1 seed, the Gunn Titans. San Benito out of Hollister High School. And for the good folks tuning in out of Hollister High, we realize you prefer to be called Hollister. So we will do our best to honor your request for the Hollister Hay Baylors. On the flip side, the Gunn Titans out of Palo Alto. They are donning the white uniforms with the black and pink lettering. The Hollister Hay Baylors donning the all-red uniforms. They will be traveling right to left on your screen. Gunn wins the opening tip. They are moving left to right. Opening period underway in this 2013 CCS Girls D1 basketball final. Gunn moving the ball around early. Zoe feeds it inside to her teammate. This is Clem. Clem puts it up. Loose, still alive, rebounded by the Hay Baylors. Coming up with that one was Elizabeth Rakowski. Full court press early, Fred, and that was the game plan by head coach Sarah Stapp.
Yep.
As we see a tie up around midcourt, possession arrow goes to the Hay Baylors. With the inbound will be Taylor Fabing. Over to her teammate, Angelica Collins. Collins being covered one-on-one, and that one was quicked away early by Zoe Zwirling. Gunn High School coming into this matchup with an overall record of 18-6. San Benito, Hollister High School at 16-11. Hollister actually finished the regular season ranked 4th in the Monterey Bay Gavilan League at 7-5. Pass goes out of bounds for the Titans. Titans finished their regular season with an overall record of 18-6, and they actually placed 3rd, Fred, in the tough Deanza League at 9-3, just behind Wilcox and Limbrook.
Right, and both teams with difficult out-of-conference schedules will help them here in the tournament.
Loose battle once again goes out of bounds. No score here at Santa Clara High School. 7:08 remaining in the opening quarter. As the fans start to roll in here at Santa Clara High School, we've got a full afternoon of basketball coverage for you, this being the girls D1 final. Later this afternoon around 3 o'clock, we'll also have the boys D1 basketball final as that ball is stripped away into the hands of Ellie Burley. That game will feature the Santa Teresa Saints and the Bellarmine Bells. Martinez has it swatted away, so Fred, early on here, easily in the first minute and a half or so, we've had several steals, several sloppy passes. I think it's that pregame jitters.
Absolutely is, as the Titans just lose another one off the hands of Zoe Zwirling, who's a leader for them on this ball club. But yeah, we're seeing some jitters. Certainly not unexpected what we saw last night in the championship games.
The D4 championship games last evening, both won by the Menlo girls and Menlo boys out at Foothill College.
And thus far, San Benito without even a shot and 3 trips down the court, Sean. 2 turnovers and now a turnover on a possession arrow. So they've got to begin to get their offense a little bit in sync here, as the Titans will certainly are not shy about that as Zerling misses from 3.
Shevick feeds it back out to Zwirling. Here's a 3-ball opportunity executed. Correction, it will be a 2-pointer. And give credit on the shot to Claire Klossner as it's stolen away. Shot thrown up. That was a prayer by Zoe Zwirling. Rebounded by San Benito, and coming up with that was Ellie Burley. So Klossner gets the first points of the matchup. Gunn leads 2-0.
We really can see how that Titan defensive pressure is making a difference early here against San Benito Hollister, Sean.
And we have a timeout called on the floor. Timeout called by Gunn. Gives us an opportunity to mention the officials for this afternoon's matchup: Alan Lewis, Eddie Sutton, and Peter Laughlin. So Fred Landis over to my left side. Sean Hennessy here with you at Santa Clara High School on this beautiful Saturday afternoon here in the Silicon Valley at Santa Clara High School. We've got the Central Coast Section Girls Division I Championship game taking place right in front of us. It's the 6th seed Hollister Hay Balers taking on the Gunn Titans. Titans in the white uniforms, they are the highest seeded team in this tournament, the 1 seed. Therefore, they are the home. San Benito at the 6th seed donning the red uniforms. As it goes out of bounds yet again, Gunn will take over.
It's their third turnover thus far. This is 5 trips down, no shots, Sean.
Klossner running the floor, feeding it over to her right side. Back up top to Klossner. Now she gives it over to Shevik. Shevik looking inside, takes a dribble, gives it back over to Klossner. In the hands of Shevik, feeding it inside and swatting away. Klim had her shot blocked. It goes back to a white jersey, and the shot clock does not reset. It's at 5 seconds and finally rebounded by Angelica Collins. So Collins came up with it, and she stands at midcourt now to take the inbound.
That time the Hollister zone really mixing up, confusing up the Titans there on that trip down.
Collins gets it right back. Now she dumps it inside over to Martinez. Martinez kicks it out. 15 on the shot clock. Cross-court pass, 3-ball to Fabing. Off the back of the iron and rebounded by Klim. So opening quarter, 4:52 remaining. It's only 2-0 Gunn here early on. Klossner giving it right back to Zwirling. Zwirling dribbling right hand. Looks inside. Beautiful pass. Can Gunn get the rebound? It's fouled on the attempt. That's Megan Mahoney, and she'll head to the line for 2. So Zoe Zwirling doing a nice job right there, along with Klossner on the ball movement, Fred. They saw that open pocket on the inside and gave that opportunity to Mahoney.
Yeah, she did a nice job then in getting her own rebound. Being patient on the zone, looking for baseline pass opportunities is what the Titans are trying to do, rather than try to go over top with a 3-pointer as she makes the first.
Mahoney misses the second. You can hear a pin drop in this arena. It gets so quiet at the free throw line. So Mahoney goes 1 for 2. Substitution on the floor now. Olivia Tapia checks in. And catching a breather will be Nora Shevik. And how about this defensive pressure, Fred? Turnover off the get-go. This is Zwirling passing it outside. Long 2-point jumper, no good. That's Klossner getting her own rebound, feeding it outside once again to Zwirling. She steps up from 5 feet out and nails it.
Yeah, nice hustle by Klossner getting her own rebound. She's got 4 already in the game. As you see, this is a stifling trap zone where they have 2 Titan defenders in the middle of the court that stole the pass last time by as Collins tried to go in between and split the 2 of them, lost the ball to the turnover, and this time, fortunately, San Benito's got the ball back to try to get themselves a score.
Klossner draws the whistle on the form tackle to Angelica Collins. 3-ball, no good. Rebounded by Klossner as she drives up, steps back a little bit. The score is 5-0 in favor of the Titans. Opening quarter, 3 minutes and 48 seconds remaining. Klossner inside to her teammate Klim, and it's off her fingertips, stolen away. San Benito takes over. This is Collins dribbling nicely, and she has it stolen. Loose ball, battle at midcourt, and now it'll be a jump ball. The officials come in and blow the whistle.
Yeah, that time Collins just gone through a little bit too much traffic, Sean. She has to keep her head up. She's going right into the defenders, and that's an aggressive, quick defense by the Titans. They've got to look up and do a little bit more passing around than try to dribble and penetrate 2 ball players.
Klossner and Zwirling orchestrating the offensive attack for Gunn. Looking for that inside passing lane, nearly stolen by Rakowski. The big playing just outside the plate. Loose ball up top, rebounded by Mahoney. Can't get it to fall. Second attempt, no good. And here's Collins coming up with the rebound once again. Back over to Burley as Burley sees a lane. She feeds it over to Fabing. Fabing dribbling hard inside. Collins takes the jumper, swatted away by Megan Mahoney.
Looks like Mahoney got caught with the foul. Fouled her with the body coming down, Sean. And apparently the call, as we can see it, crowd certainly does not like that call, as it was a nice block from our angle.
And it looked like it was almost on the follow-through, where she had a majority of the contact.
That's correct. And that's generally when it happens. It's the foul after the actual block, because the defender leads with their body and not with their hand, and doesn't go straight up, and that's how they get the foul.
Full timeout for the Hollister Hay Balers. 5-0. Gunn Titans on top here at Santa Clara High School.
So, do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're enjoying here this afternoon? Well, tell your school to sign up for the Play On Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Fred Landis to my left. I'm Sean Hennessy. We're coming to you live from Santa Clara University. Hollister concludes their first full timeout. They trail 5-0 here in period number 1 as Angelica Collins heads back to the free throw line. She missed her first. We'll see if she can nail her second to give the Hay Balers their first points in this ball game.
Yeah, thus far, the Hay Balers not getting a lot of boards as Collins hits the free throw. We see the Titans get a lot of their own offensive rebounds, get a lot of second chances, and San Benito's got to do a better job of blocking out on the offensive boards.
Swirling looking inside, hits Redfield. Redfield back to Swirling. Swirling fakes the shot, passed around beautifully. This is Tapia. Off the mark, loose ball, rebounded by Collins. She's a machine so far in this first period, coming up with multiple boards, takes the jumper off the iron. So Angelica Collins busy early on, getting a lot of loose balls, but that one falls back into the hands of the Gunn Titans. 2 minutes, 18 seconds remaining in quarter number 1. How about this ball movement? Back to Swirling. She nails the three-pointer.
Excellent ball movement. That time the Hollister really collapsed down below to take out that underneath play that's working before. So that time the Titans just shot over top, Zoe Zwirling hitting a three.
And Swirling will catch a breather as she heads towards the bench. Replacing her, checking back in, is number 11. Claire Klossner, leading scorer thus far, is Zoe Zwirling with 5 points. She hit that 2-point jumper early on in the first period, and then just a few moments ago, nailed that 3-ball. Titans in the lead with an 8-1 advantage. As Tapia dribbles center court, feeds it over to her left to Shevik. Shevik back over to her teammate Tapia, who misses short as the ball rolls out of bounds.
Yeah, the Hollisters had difficulty enough breaking this press, Sean, and once they've got down there, they've had a little bit of trouble getting even good looks because they haven't been in sync. They've been in transition. All they can do to get the ball over half court some of the time. So they can, Coach Burley can manage to help them break this press. They can get some looks that'll begin to make a difference in this game.
Lerma checks in, she inbounds the ball. Now it's gonna be Lerma in possession, but only for a moment, as she is unable to hold on to the ball and it's stripped away. Titans take over on offense. 1 minute, 25 seconds left to play in period number 1. Long pass, saved by Klossner, who then has it knocked away. Martinez looking for her teammate, that's Angelica Collins. Collins looking for the post up possibly, now double teamed. Ball is stolen away. Putting her hands up was Emily Redfield. Both hands on that one, Fred.
Yeah, it was quite a block there by Redfield. It was a nice pass inside by Collins, but Redfield was right there to stop the shot.
Tapia long pass once again to Klossner. Klossner sends it right back over to Shevik. Shevik, 3-ball, misses. Last touch by a red jersey as it goes out of bounds. Possession arrow over to Gunn. Another substitution now for the Hay Balers, and checking in will be the freshman, Kaylee Heen, getting some varsity experience. What better way to do it than in a championship game?
Absolutely. Well, Coach Burley told us that could happen.
Clem misses. Rebound battle by Redfield
Yeah,
and Spar.
in and out heartbreak shot there. Nice look out front by Clem. Forced the jump ball and a rebound.
Those are the worst ones when it hits every portion of the cylinder.
Yes,
You figure, gosh, it's got to go in at some point, right?
absolutely. Now this time Collins, when she got the ball on that man trap in the middle, went lateral rather than vertical. So she's learned how to get around that. And you see now Hollister beginning to work the sidelines against the press, starting to break it. We'll see them get some more looks at the basket as they succeed in doing that. Interesting to see now how the Titans might change that up.
Swirling in for Klossner. 35 seconds left in period number 1. 8-1 Titans. Lerma over to Collins. Collins to her left, and that's Burley. No good. Rebounded by the Titans. Coming up with it was Olivia Tapia. Tapia running the floor now. Shot clock turned off. 17 to play.
Nice time down court that time by Hollister. Had an open look, worked it around very nice, just missed the shot.
Swirling. Wants it. No, she's going to give it to Shevik. 3 ball. Off target, rebounded by Zwirling. Throws up a prayer. No good. Rebounded by Hollister, and that'll do it for period number 1. 8-1 is our score here at Santa Clara High School in favor of the Gunn Titans. You're tuning in to PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports.
So Play on Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at Play on Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games at YouTube at youtube.com/playonnetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, playonsports.com.
As we get ready to start period number 2 here at Santa Clara High School, the score is 8-1 in favor of the Gunn Titans. Fred, we discussed this last evening for the boys and girls D4 CCS championship games. It's important to inform the fans who are tuning in to this particular matchup, and that is both these teams have life after this game. Both these teams actually qualify for the Northern California Regional Basketball Tournament, boys and girls. So the division champion and the division runner-up will qualify for the Northern California Regional, as well as Wilcox, who is currently playing later tonight in the Open Division. So it's always nice to know that this is not the last hoorah.
The end of the road, yes, indeed.
Period number 2. Opening up. Quick 3 ball outside. No, it's going to be a 2-pointer, but that's Nora Shevik with a long 2-pointer. As the score jumps up 10-1 in favor of the Titans. As Martina is being double teamed. Collins passes it back behind her to Burley. And Burley inside as the ball is stripped away. Swirling in control for the Titans.
Coach Sapp singling in another zone defense, 2-1-2 zone. Signaling in an offensive formation. Doing double post, high-low post.
And Tapia hits from 3-point land.
Yeah, that time that high-low post really drew the Hollister defense back a bit, leaving an open shot for the 3-pointer. Tapia taking advantage of it.
Tapia hitting the 3 ball along the left side of that 3-point arch. Here in period number 2, 6 minutes and 57 seconds remaining. 13-1 Titans. Battle over the ball along the near left corner of your screen. Officials indicate possession will stay in favor of the Hay Baylors. Collins with the inbound. Gives it right away to Burley. Burley, the daughter of head coach Mitch Burley, donning number 45. Playing at midcourt. This one's inside to Martinez. She can't hit. It's rebounded perfectly by Megan Mahoney.
That's not one the Hay Baylors could afford to miss, Sean. It was a nice look inside, some good passing. The Baylors just have to start hitting their shots.
Here's Swirling from the corner off the iron, rebounded by her teammate. That's Redfield. She puts it up, no good. And it's Collins once again with the rebound. Cutting back nicely inside the paint. Now she kicks it out to her teammate once again, and Helica with the ball looking for some help. It's stripped away by Zwirling. And they're going to say that was actually kicked by a white jersey defender. Checking in now on the court will be Sarah Clem.
Collins 5'5", just a sophomore, Sean, but she appears to be the spiritual leader here of this Hay Baylor ball club, scrapping for a lot of the rebounds. At 4 rebounds already for the smallest girl on the team.
That one's stolen away by Klossner. She dribbles right hands, pushes off, and it will be a blocking foul against the Hay Baylors. That'll go against Ellie Burley as Klossner heads to the free throw line.
And that is her second foul, Sean. Coach Burley is getting someone off the bench here to go in for Ellie, lest she get in some foul trouble, pick up a quick third.
As Klossner hits her first free throw. I stressed on it a few moments ago, this place gets silent when those shooters are at the free throw line.
Feel like I'm at a golf tournament, Sean.
Me too. As that one is good. We will use the golf clap.
Absolutely.
As Klossner hits both free throws, it's 15-1 in favor of the Titans. And that pass well high. Taylor Fabing looking for Burley as it rolls out of bounds, and these early turnovers are really starting to hurt the Hay Baylors as Gunn starts to pull away.
Yeah, they've gotten some great looks once they've gotten down court. Some nice shots. They just haven't had enough opportunities, and they frankly haven't hit the ones they have gotten.
Swirling over to Clem, and that one's stolen away. A beautiful read, and this time it's Angeles. She puts it up off the glass and no good.
Just a little bit too much speed there for Angeles. Beautiful steal. Sometimes your momentum gets the best with you on a breakaway layup.
Klossner in control, 5 minutes and 20 seconds left to play in period number 2. 14-point lead for the Titans as Zwirling comes inside, puts it up. Can't get the rebound, but her teammate does. That'll be Clem. She kicks it back outside. Shot clock resets. Zwirling looking for someone, nobody home. Stealing that one was Denise Martinez. Back over to Angeles, running the point. She kicks it over to Fabing. Fabing being double teamed. She'll look the corner, puts her shoulder down and has it stripped away. That was the defensive pressure of Megan Mahoney that forced the turnover.
Yeah, you see really a lot of over pursuing by the Titans, and the Hay Baylors haven't really been able to exploit it very often.
Here's Zwirling looking inside, has her target Mahoney, and she's fouled. So Mahoney fouled. She'll head to the free throw line, 1 for 2 on her previous attempt. 4:33 remaining in period number 2.
First personal, third team foul.
Mahoney just a sophomore. That's 6'1".
She's tall, she's aggressive also, Sean. Had a good game here thus far for the Titans, scooping up 4 rebounds. She's just a sophomore, so she'll be a force to reckon with here the next couple of years here for Coach Sapp.
Second opportunity is good for Megan Mahoney. 2 for 4 from the line, 2 points here in the first half. Score is now 16-1 in favor of the Titans as the ball is stolen away by Klossner. She feeds it to Zwirling, back over to Klossner, sees the open target to Longyear, and that ball is pushed out of bounds. Possession arrow maintains over to Gunn.
Yeah, nice block that time by Sarah Clem on the breakaway steal off of the inbounds pass.
And Clem will inbounds here to Klossner. She puts it up. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Martinez. Skirmish for it. And the Titans foul on the loose ball. And that foul will go against Zoe Zwirling on the reach in.
Number 3, Zoe Zwirling. First personal.
Yeah, you see the aggressiveness by the Titans here, really trying to take it to the Hay Baylors. Working a lot of the time here with a lot of these turnovers occurring.
Klossner to Zwirling, left hand up, no good. Klossner will try to put it back in. still alive. This is Angelus underneath the bucket. And that should be possession arrow for the Hay Balers, as Angelus was well in control.
Alternating held ball, possession Titans.
And they're going to say no, it's going to go to the Gunn Titans, as Angelus had 3 white jerseys surrounding her. Klossner will take it as she feeds it back over to Clem. Long pass over to Swirling, and she cannot control it.
Yeah, what's been happening here as it was occurred in that play is the Baylors are getting caught with just one man with the ball, and of course the defense swarming on them. They just continue to try to pass the ball like they have done on a few occasions. They can get some quick scores, but as we see there, they forced a pass. That time, Lerma really had the shot, had the 10-footer, Sean.
Shot no good. 3 minutes, 40 seconds left to play in period number 2, 16-1. Titans, Mahoney backing down, posting up, shot no good, and it falls into the hands of Martinez. She'll have to dribble out of this and look for help. Anyone wearing a red jersey at this point, stolen away by Klossner, and now we're going to have a jump ball at the paint.
Alternating held ball, possession Hay Balers.
So turnovers plaguing the Hay Balers in this first half, and their shot selections really have not been all that bad. They just have been few and far between. This Titan man-to-man press giving a lot of trouble here to the Hay Balers.
And it should be noted that Hollister won back-to-back CCS titles in 2009, 2008, so the school does have a couple CCS titles under their belt, most recently 09, 08, and Coach Mitch Burley would like to see them bring those titles back over to Hollister, California. On the flip side for Gunn, they actually defeated their rival Palo Alto last year in a thriller, 41-39, to earn their D1 title, and this is their 3rd straight trip, Fred, to the CCS finals. They lost in 2011 to Palo Alto 54-44.
Yep.
So they're searching for back-to-back glory.
Absolutely. A lot on the game, route riding here for both of these programs that have been here before, and I see Coach Burley brings Collins back into the ball game, and she's their best ball handler, Sean. They're going to need her to step up against this press.
And not only best ball handler, best rebounder.
Absolutely.
Up to this point as well. Traveling against the Hay Balers. Just 1 point to show here through a period and a half of play.
So it just seems like if it's not one thing, it's another here for the Baylors once they do make it down court. An errant pass, a travel, the trap of the zone, giving Hollister fits.
Titans in control as Tapia looks for somebody, hits Shevik, and Shevik hits on her end. A big 3 ball for Nora Shevik, and she now has 5 points in the first half.
That time a great job by the freshman Newman getting it across court. Or the sophomore rather. That's what you got to do, is penetrate that press, get it across court so it makes the rest of the defense back off. They can get more of that and get some good passes. Expect them to start hitting some shots with some open looks.
Angelica Collins in control. That ball is stripped away and stolen once again. Defensive pressure, Fred, was by Tapia. She got her arm in there and was able to put some English on it. As it did not roll into the hands of Burley, it'll be a turnover to the Titans.
Yeah, see what's happening. The Titans they're over pursuing on defense, blocking the passing lanes out on the sides, which leaves the middle open. So Hollister players need to start going a little bit backdoor, coming inside to catch those passes. Let's see if the coaches adjust for that.
2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in period number 2. Tapia inside, looking for Redfield. Redfield kicks it out. This will be Shevik once again over to Tapia, and she hits. So Tapia now with a nice jumper, and it's stolen once again.
Yeah, stole back by Tapia there on the inbounds pass.
This will be Isabel Huang.
Or Shevik, check it.
Or Zhuang, I beg your pardon, who checks in. As there's now 1 minute and 55 seconds remaining in period number 2. It's 22-1 in favor of the Gunn Titans out of Palo Alto, California. San Benito out of Hollister, California. Hollister taking the trip up the 101 northbound, making their way into Santa Clara. Hollister, typically a school with rich tradition, Fred, not only in basketball, but in athletics in general. Wrestling, football, most recently, their boys won the CCS Division I title this year, or this past year in 2012, knocking off Milpitas in a thriller. That one passed inside to Jalen Brooks. She's fouled, and she will head to the free throw line.
Yeah, but that's the key right there. They finally started to go inside. They see some opportunities with an over-pursuing defense on the edges. There's going to be openings in the paint, and Hollister needs to start looking for that to see if she can hit her charity throws.
Jalen Brooks, Jr. at the free throw line, misses. Rebounded by the Titans with a $1:30 left to play in period number 2. 21-point advantage for the Lady Titans. That pass inside, stolen as it falls right into the hands of Brooks. It was Burley providing the pressure on that play.
Yep.
As Angelica Collins looks for a teammate now, she'll take the long jumper for 2.
That's what they were looking for. They finally got it out of that trap in the corner. You can see with an over-pursuing defense, there will be men or women open to take some good shots.
Under 50 seconds to play now in period number 1. Stolen by Collins. She's a speedster. Question is, can she finish as she brings it back out? Puts on a nice crossover. Feeds it outside to Burley as it goes off her hand and out of bounds.
Yeah, unfortunately, she's just a little anxious, setting up to take the 3. Collins dished it off to her nicely, Sean.
35 seconds now remaining in period number 2, 22-3. Titans. Tapia running the court as she gives it over to Shevick. Shevick can hit it from three-point land as she steps up, puts on a crossover. Now she's double-teamed, throws it over to Tapia. Tapia to Longear. Longear inside. Can she put it up and finish? No, foul on the play. It was rebounded by Shevick, and she will head to the free throw line. Shevick with 5 points in this first half. And actually there's 3 Titans with 5 points. Shevick, Tapia, and Zwirling.
Fouls on 43, Jalen Brooks, first personal, 4th team foul.
And Shevick hits her first, the senior guard at 5'9". And she also hits her second, leading scorer now for the Titans with 7. 10 seconds. Collins may just have to shoot this one just outside the free throw line, and she delivers. So Angelica Collins hits, the buzzer sounds, and that'll do it for the first half.
Yeah, quite the first half tonight, this afternoon rather, for the Titans, with finally showing a little bit of life on offense by Hollister here at the end of the first half as Collins came back to the game, had some open looks, Sean. If they can get a few more of those, they can make this game close, but they haven't really cracked that man-to-man press yet on the inbounds plays.
We'll take a short break, folks. When Fred and I come back, we'll bring you the PlayOnSports.com halftime show. It's 24-5 at the half. Titans on top of the Hay Baylors. Stay tuned. More action coming your way from Santa Clara High School. Halftime here at Santa Clara High School. Fred Landis, Sean Hennessy bringing you the brief PlayOnSports.com halftime show. It's 24-5, Fred, here in the half in favor of Gunn. It was all Gunn throughout that first half. The big thing that we saw, steals, turnovers that Hollister committed. They just can't afford to do that here as we get ready to start the second half.
No, absolutely not. Coach Burley's got to find an answer for that man-to-man press. They've broken it a few times by penetrating just the perimeter, but they haven't been successful all that often, which really accounts for so few looks they've had and only 5 points here for the half.
And you see head coach Sarah Stapp leading her Lady Titans out onto the court. They have a hefty 24-5 advantage as we start period number 3. Hollister moving left to right on your screen, wearing the red uniforms. Gunn moving right to left in the all-white.
Yeah, Hollister only had 10 shots the whole first half, Sean.
Collins, the leading scorer, with 5 points. Hollister only had 5 points in that first half. Leading scorer for the Titans was Nora Shevik, number 25. She had 7. Tapia had 5 and Zwirling had 5. Titans in control. Shevik on the left side, lower corner, dumps it inside off the hand of her teammate Mahoney, and it's Burley who comes up with it.
Yeah, look for them to try to get the ball into Collins' hands. She's been hitting him.
Burley misses from three-point land, and it falls into the hands of a white jerseyed player. That's Zwirling now in control. Once again, Titans traveling right to left. Zwirling covered one-on-one by Collins. Long pass to Klossner. 11 on the shot clock. She'll feed it to Shevik. Shevik back to Zwirling. 6 on the shot clock. Zwirling stepping up, 3 ball. And it's rebounded by Rakowski. Rakowski over to Collins. Collins dribbling nicely with her right hand. Steps back. Here comes the double team. And that's going to be a reach-in foul on the Titans. And that'll go, it appears, against Zwirling, Zoe Zwirling.
That's her 3rd. She'll come out. Coach Stapp
And it will
putting Tapia in there in a hurry.
So Tapia checks in. Correction on the name pronunciation. Tapia checks in. As the hay balers swinging around the horn, loose ball. Here's a long three-pointer right near corner of your screen, rebounded by Klossner. Can she control it? She does. She gives it over to her teammate Shevik, who sends it right back to Klossner. Klossner with 4 points in that first half.
Got 7 rebounds though, Sean, or 6 rebounds in that first half, really helping them dominate the boards. They have 24 rebounds to just 13.
Wow.
For the hay balers rather.
6 minutes remaining in period number 3, 24-5. This pass inside to Clem. Clem fouled on the shooting opportunity, and she'll head to the free throw line. She'll shoot 2 in the act of shooting.
32, Taylor Faving. Second.
This is actually Mahoney. Correction, Megan Mahoney. And she hits her first.
Yeah, Mahoney and Klossner have just dominated the boards here tonight, this afternoon rather, here for the Titans. Not providing a lot of second chances for the hay balers.
Burley will try to do her best to get rid of that ball. She sends it to Collins. Collins puts up a prayer, and she's fouled in the act of shooting. And they're going to call that one on Mahoney. She can't believe it.
Yeah, and Coach Stapp is up off the bench, giving a look here over to the official, Laughlin, saying, I didn't see what you saw, sir.
That's usually the nicest way to put it, right?
Yes, indeed.
As Collins misses her first.
Fortunately, that is only the second on Mahoney. No one in real foul trouble tonight except for Swirling.
Collins good on the second.
I'm just seeing a lot tighter game being called here this half, Sean, than in the first half. So it appears.
Collins with all 6 Hay Baylor points. As that ball rolls out of bounds, last touched by a Hay Baylor. And taking the inbound will be Olivia Tapia. Sends it inside to Clem. Clem, nice pass to Shevik. Shevik centers it up. Over to Klossner. Klossner lowers her shoulder. Gives it to Shevik. Shevik feeds it inside to Clem. Clem draws the foul. Trying to work that inside post, Fred, get underneath that rim.
Yep. Yeah, she was just a little bit deep to make the move, but good patience showed by the Titans working that ball around, getting it inside.
Timeout called by the Hay Baylors. They want to think things over as head coach Mitch Burley brings his team together. 26-6 our score here at Santa Clara High School. You're tuning in to PlayOnSports.com.
So do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're enjoying here today? Tell your school to sign up for the Play on Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
And don't forget, folks, we have another matchup coming up after this. It will be right here on PlayOnSports.com. That will be the boys Division I basketball final, and that will feature the number 3 seed Santa Teresa Saints taking on the number 1 seed Bellarmine Bells. Bellarmine, always a big name when you talk about high school athletics here in the Bay Area, Fred. Should be a tremendous matchup. Both those schools coming into this game here in just a few hours with a lot to prove when you got public versus private.
Absolutely. Teams like the Saints come in, they've generally, their recruiting ground is their neighborhood.
Exactly.
Bellarmine's recruiting ground is the whole valley.
And the argument will always be there that, Bellarmine, with the amount of students that they have, it's an all-boy institution.
Yep.
As Sarah Clem hits her second following the timeout. Collins in control, 27-6. Titans. Angeles loses control. They're going to say possession arrow over to the Hay Baylors as Angeles was struggling for control. 2 white jerseys closed in on her. 5 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in period number 3. Burley, 3-ball. And it's good off the glass. She'll take it anyway.
Nice long-range shot. That was the 3rd foul on Klossner, so 2 Titans now with 3 fouls.
And that's 2 Hay Baylors with points now. Burley joins Collins. 27-9. As that one's up and in. Olivia Tapia for 2. She's got 7. Collins dribbling up. Short jumper, no good. Rebounded by Collins. Thrown back up and inside. It's good. Give credit to Rakowski. Rakowski on the board. And here come the Hay Baylors. Slowing things down a bit as Shevik has it in control. She'll give it to Tapia. Tapia to Redfield. Redfield looking inside to Clem. Clem puts it up. No good. Whistle blows. There's a foul.
It looks like it's on 24, Kim Spar. Sarah Clem kind of crashed into the Hollister player, going for the board.
29-11, period number 3.
So I'll say in spite of a 18-point lead, the Gunn has not backed off their pressure whatsoever.
As Angeles looks for a lane, and she passes it right into the hands of Emily Redfield, who then gives it to Tapia, and she gets it to fall in the transition.
Beautiful left-handed layup by Tapia on the break that time, on a really missed pass by Angeles into the middle.
Kickball, and you hear the PA announcer, shot clock will reset. That's against Carissa Agawa.
So Hollister just needs to have a little bit more patience around that zone. They just forced a few passes. Once they work it around, they can beat that zone rather easily, as they did in the first half, when they did do it.
Burley denied with the three-point look, gives it over to her teammate, Fabing. Fabing back to Burley, she misses, rebounded by Fabing. Can she put it up and in? Takes a dribble, there's a travel.
Yeah, that time the crowd wanted a foul on Shevik, who appeared to foul her with a body, no call.
And she just took that step before people thought there was a foul on the play. Tapia switching the offensive round in a circular motion. Loose ball. It's Angelica Collins coming up with it. Strong right-hand dribble. Backs away, here comes the double team. This has been the story of the afternoon.
Yep.
Burley gives it to Fabing, who misses. And the Titans get the rebound with 2:49 left to play in period number 3.
And they have worked it around. They've gotten some good looks. Three-point shot earlier, three-point shot there. They just needed a little more patience on offense. And on defense, really need to pressure. Can't afford easy shots like that.
Redfield misses, but saving the day is Sarah Longear. Longear at the right place at the right time.
Titans finding a lot of room underneath on the zone against Hollister.
Burley looking for Fabing, and she delivers from three-point land.
That's her second one from out there this half. They're going to need a lot more of those to get back in this ball game. This time Hollister turns the table, Sean, does the press on Gunn, and gets the turnover on the inbounds.
Zwirling and Zhuang check back in. Zwirling with 5 points in that first half. Head coach Sarah Stapp wanted to get one of her better players back out on the court with 2 minutes and 1 second left to play in period number 3. Hollister making a statement here, coming back strong in period number 3. It's 33-14. They had just 5 points at half. So that ball goes out of bounds, last touched by a white jersey. Collins with the inbound. Gives it to Burley. Back over to Collins. Collins inside, beautiful pass to Martinez. Can't get it to fall. Rebound thrown up at the last second by Spar.
Nice pass inside and good place, good offensive board there by Spar, Sean.
That's Redfield, Emily Redfield, charged with the foul, and Sarah Stapp wants a second to think things over with her team. She burns a timeout. 33-14 Titans here at Santa Clara High School.
So Play On Sports is not only your destination for basketball action, but it's also the place for the most comprehensive coverage of high school playoff and championship events in all sports from across the country. PlayOnSports.com. High school sports lives here.
Keep in mind, both these teams will qualify for the Northern California Regional, which starts next week. The selection process will take place tomorrow around 5 p.m. The brackets will be announced. And you better believe Play On Sports will have coverage starting mid-March, as the first shot by Spar is no good. But Play On Sports will have all the coverage of the Northern California Regionals. That shot off the back of the iron, rebounded by Longear. And she gives it over to Zwirling. 1:38 remaining in period number 3. 9 points in this third period by the Hay Balers. Skirmish inside the paint. Longyear and Spar trying to battle for that possession.
Yeah, a little tussle right there. Players giving each other the eye at the end of the play. You really see the fight here in this Hay Baler team, trying to scratch their way back into this game, down by 19 at the moment.
Burley, long pass over to her teammate, who delivers from 3-point. That's Taylor Fabing, another.
Fabing, the go-to person.
And that ball stolen by Collins. Collins puts it up, can't finish, second try, in. It's a whole new Hay Baler team here in this third period, Fred.
It sure is.
They've come out swinging, 33-19 Gunn. But the folks in the red jerseys are really showing new sign of life. They've gotten their crowd into it, chanting defense as Zwirling kicks it outside. That's Agawa from 3-point land.
Good momentum shifter there, Sean, by Agawa on the three, and look for the Hay Balers to try to look for a couple of more from 3-point land themselves.
Head coach Mitch Burley furious, no foul in that play as Zwirling came up with it. And Burley looking for anything, trying to plead his case. And head coach Mitch Burley will have to head back over to his sideline. You see the officials asking him not to step onto the court. 15 seconds left in period number 3. Quick reminder, our officials here this afternoon, Alan Lewis, Eddie Sutton, and Peter Laughlin.
Certainly, coaches experience that range of emotion, Sean. They see their team coming back, and they see some momentum plays going against them. That makes a real difference. They can get quite excited over that.
Titans in control with just over 10 seconds remaining in period number 3. Gunn 36, Hollister 19.
Now we're seeing a lot more aggressiveness here from this Hollister defense.
And Zwirling searching for a teammate. Zhuang misfires. Agawa puts it back up, and the buzzer sounds. 3 periods in the books. We got one left here at Santa Clara High School. It's Gunn 36, Hollister 19, right here on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports.
So Play On Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at Play On Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games at YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
Gunn 36, Hollister 19. Fred, Hollister, had a great discussion at halftime because they only put up 5 points in that first half. Here they are now, almost quadrupling it at 19.
Yes.
They've shown new signs of life, and I know there's still quite a bit of a differential in the score, but in terms of their effort and their 3-point shooting, Taylor Fabing, for example, on fire in that third period.
When they've managed here to finally work the ball around and beat that zone, they can get some open shots because of that over-pursuing zone the Titans are playing. In the first half, they were getting trapped in the corner, trapped out front, holding the ball too long, not working it around. This half, they're starting to pass it around that perimeter, getting those open shots, and that's leading to opportunities that are getting them back into this ball game.
We're underway now here in the 4th period. Gunn moving right to left in the white jerseys. They're up 36-19. 3-pointers swirling. Loose ball, battle for it as Collins goes diving in the far left corner. And they're going to say it was last touched by a white jersey. Closest player to it was Nora Shevik.
Yeah, it looks like the officials reversed themselves there with referee Laughlin overruling. Of course, nothing to do with the fact that he was closest to the crowd that tried to help make that call, Sean.
Had the Titan faithful across the far side of the court, the student section.
But nonetheless, he probably did have the angle.
Klossner slowing things down a bit, gives it to Zwirling, bounce pass inside to her teammate Mahoney. Here's Klossner with a long jumper. And it's rebounded by Rakowski. Here's Burley, and she has it stripped away. Another Hay Baylor turnover. And on the transition, the Titans can't control it as Klossner has it roll out of bounds. Last touched off her foot. 7 minutes and 20 seconds remaining.
Burley went down hard on that turnover, Sean, but has come right back. She really typifies this scrappy Hay Baylor ball club.
Looking for some inside big help, and that ball's stolen away. Zwirling has it. Looking for a teammate along the inside. Instead, she sends it outside for a three-pointer. No good. And it's rebounded by Burley. Ellie Burley, the senior forward, coming up with a big rebound right there.
She's a three-star athlete, Sean, so you're going to see a lot of resilience out of her.
Burley has an open look, takes it, misfires, push back out. Collins comes up with it. Shot clock will reset. Zone defense being displayed by the Titans as Collins has it go right through her legs, out of bounds.
Yeah, an unfortunate another turnover here by the Hay Baylors, but they're beginning to get some good looks passing that ball around. Missed on the three, got the long rebound, but that time a little mishap out front. Collins not expecting a bounce pass at that distance away from her teammate, leading to the turnover.
Full timeout for the Hay Baylors. They decide to think things over here in the fourth quarter. 36-19 in favor of the Gunn Titans.
I'm really noticing here that in this half, appears like the Hay Baylors have outscored Gunn here in the third quarter. Coming back, now you're beginning to see a little balancing momentum as they go into the fourth. Where Gunn is now starting to step it back up on offense, running a bit more. They slowed it down a bit, maybe took a little bit of air out of the ball in that third quarter, but now you see them stepping it back up, really trying to counter that press that Hollister has been effective with 2 turnovers against Gunn.
And Gunn right now will just try to work as much clock as they can with this 36-19 advantage and come out of here as D1 CCS champs. And don't forget, Gunn defeated Palo Alto last year 41-39 to earn their D1 title, so they're looking for back-to-back titles. Shevick dribbles to her left. Tapia trying to gain leverage. She'll feed it to her right. That's Klossner. Once again over to Shevick, who passes inside, and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, it was a great look, just a little bit too much zip on the ball, Sean, for her teammate Redfield to handle it. But she would have had a nice just layup over her shoulder.
It goes off the left hand of Redfield. Hollister in control, 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in period number 4. Collins over to the corner. That shot is blocked, and it was blocked by Emily Redfield.
Now you see that Titan zone starting to come out a little bit on the Hollister, taking away those threes. They're going to have to look maybe a little bit more inside, get some looks underneath the zone.
Klossner can't hang on to it as it rolls out of bounds. It goes through her hands. Hay Baylors with the inbound in the lower left corner of your screen. This will be Collins taking it. Clock, their worst enemy at this point. They need to move, and they need to move quickly to try to get back in this game with 5:09 left to play.
Can't afford to hold on to the ball too long and dribble too much against a zone.
Here's Burley dribbling right hand. She'll step up, blocked again by Redfield.
A great defensive play. Burley took it right around the edge, had a nice shot. Redfield came over, swatted it away, but that's an example of how they can beat that zone, and she really had a good shot. Just a great defensive effort.
Collins looking for somebody else other than Burley. Fabing open from three-point land, and she delivers again.
Fabian has the touch from three. That's why they went out on her in the zone. A host of threes can get you back into a number of ball games, and that's what the Hay Balers are going to rely upon.
Fred unofficially Fabing with 9 points here in this game, all of them coming from beyond the three-point arch.
And in this half, correct me if I'm wrong.
That's right. That's right. The only first half points came from Angelica Collins. She had 5. So
Collins, the leading rebounder too, with 6 for Hollister, just 5'5".
Stolen away. Claire Klossner puts it in.
So there's another example where she just dribbled into the two-man trap up front, and you cannot dribble between two players like that.
Stolen again. This time it's Tapia. Can she finish? And she does.
So your teammates need to help her by coming out. They're not stepping out on the wings. They have to come out and help the point guard.
And that was back-to-back steals within, I'd say, 30 seconds of one another.
Yep.
As Burley takes a long look at the three ball, bounces in and out. And it's rebounded by Bacon. 3 minutes, 47 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. 40-22 Titans. Tightrope act by Tapia in the hands of Klossner. Slowing things down a little bit. Camille Steger checks in. She's on the court. Going underneath the bucket, feeding it out now to Tapia. She misses. Rebounded by the Titans underneath. And it rolls out of bounds. It's Redfield with the board. Possession arrow favors Gunn.
Yeah, that time she went underneath, took the baseline against the zone, which you're typically not able to do. The Hollister zone front person needs to trap down low and not give her that. Almost looked like she was playing against man-to-man coming in there. Hollister zone really needs to tighten up.
Zhuang looking for Redfield right underneath the bucket. Pass is deflected out of bounds. 3:23 remaining.
Yeah, nice knock away by Angelis there.
And remember, folks, stay tuned. We've got the boys D1 CCS basketball championship coming up after this. It's going to be Santa Teresa versus Bellarmine around 3 o'clock. 13 on the shot clock here. Dump off pass to Klossner, and she puts it in. Beautiful ball movement by Gunn. Klossner now with 8 points in this afternoon's matchup. That one's stolen away. It's Klossner once again. She has help behind her. She wants the bucket.
Yeah, definite offensive foul there. Called on Klossner. She lowered her shoulder. You cannot lower your shoulder and get away with that. You have to wait for that defensive player to get in your way. That time she preempted it.
And Burley, she set her feet. She stood in there strong. Took a big shot right there.
Absolutely.
And she got up quickly. And the Hay Balers have it now. Burley in the far right near corner overshoots that three ball, but it's rebounded by Fabing. A little bit of help from Mikowski, and she gets it in. And so Coach Burley, following the 2 points by Rakowski, calls a timeout. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left now here in period number 4. We'll stay live with you here at Santa Clara High School.
So I think this point of game, Coach Burley with 2.5 minutes left is really going to look for some momentum going into that next game, Sean. As you mentioned, both of these teams with another game. It's very important to finish strong and keep her momentum.
Oh, yeah.
In spite of losing a game, and it's safe to say with 2.5 minutes left that an 18-point lead is going to be insurmountable to overcome. But they can overcome momentum of a loss by finishing strong.
And when we spoke with head coach Mitch Burley of Hollister, he mentioned that their big victory in this particular tournament, it came back when they knocked off North Salinas in the semifinals. He mentioned it was very emotional, so he kind of hinted that it was going to be difficult for his girls to carry that emotion over to this title game.
It's human emotion is the most hardest thing to predict and certainly control one game after the next.
Because you got to keep in mind that victory over North Salinas came back on February the 23rd. They still had to play and knock off Evergreen Valley on the 27th, and they did, 58-38.
That time the rebound there by Christy Melton for the Hay Balers, but they lose it again, once again up court, Sean, on the turnover.
Turnovers, steals, the story of the afternoon for the Hollister Hay Balers, just not going their way. Lady Titans doing a phenomenal job on the defensive end, providing the full court press throughout the majority of this game.
Absolutely.
With 1 minute and 49 seconds remaining now, 42-24 Gunn. Agawa passing it to her left to Longyear, back over to Agawa, 10 on the shot clock. She works the right side, now goes baseline, stolen away. And hard push out of bounds by Kim Spar. No whistle as play resumes.
So stay tuned for our PlayOnSports.com post-game show as they come up with a steal. Once again, the Titans coming up with a steal. This time, number 22, Isabel Zhuang, takes it all the way, but gets fouled.
For 25, Catherine Angeles, first personal.
So at the line will be Isabel Zhuang looking for her first points.
As I mentioned earlier, stay tuned for our post-game show prior to game 2, where we're going to select our player of the game and wrap up all the action from this ball game. That's coming up following the game on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
1:17 left. Zhuang hits her first, and she hits her second.
So, Shawnee, you given some thought to that player of the game at this point?
Well, I tell you what, partner, it's going to be looked over a little bit here as I add up my scoring statistics, because in the first half it was really Shevik who put on a shooting performance. She has none here in this second half. On the flip side, Olivia Tapia had 5 in the first, and she's sitting here now with 6 in the second. She's had a great second half.
Yes, she has, and I really like the play of Clara Klossner, her aggressiveness, 8 boards, being the go-to person, as well as Megan Mahoney, providing a lot of power off the glass.
Here's Klossner from three-point land.
Just as I mentioned her, Sean, she makes an honest man of me and hits the 3.
That's 11 points for Klossner. Angelis trying to go between 2 defenders, 33 seconds remaining. Gunn looking to capture back-to-back CCS championships. Foul on the play. Jocelyn Gonzalez in the game now, sophomore, number 50 for Hollister. And she will head to the free throw line. Across the court, you may have saw just a moment ago the Bellarmine Bells basketball team checking in. A few moments prior to that, we saw the Santa Teresa boys checking in. That game coming up around 3 o'clock. And that shot is no good by Gonzalez. And the Titans should let it roll from here as the shot clock is turned off. 17 seconds remaining. Klossner will have to get out of the backcourt, and she knew it as soon as she did it.
You even saw the smile on the young lady's face, Sean, realizing that
she carried a bit there.
She was thought maybe Easter was coming early here. Palm Saturday.
That's right. That's right. Shevik cuts it back inside. 2 seconds. Loose ball, and that will do it. 47-24. The Gunn Titans defeat the San Benito Hay Balers, and they are your 2013 Girls CCS Division I basketball champions.
And Hay Baylor's really made it a dramatic fight here, Sean, in the second half. Give Coach Burley and that fiery personality on the bench of his a lot of credit this half of keeping his girls in this ball game and not letting them give up, as we really saw a turnabout on that press and on some aggressiveness and working that offense, working the ball around that zone. So kudos to Hollister for hanging in there, but Sarah Stapp's team came in here to play certainly the quicker, better ball club this afternoon.
And Sarah Stapp will, in just a few moments, be collecting her second CCS championship for Gunn High School. Final score 47-24. Folks, stick around. We're going to take a very short break. When we come back, I will announce our Play On Sports Player of the Game. Final score 47-24. Stick around. We'll be right back in just a few moments. All right, folks, welcome back to PlayOnSports.com. Quickly, our PlayOnSports.com player of the game, Clara Klossner, finishing with 11 points, 7 rebounds for the Gunn Titans. She will be up here in just a few moments. Number 11, Clara Klossner, joining me up here at the broadcast booth. Stick around. We'll be right back.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Alright, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Welcome back, folks, to PlayOnSports.com. Sean Hennessy here with you. Standing to my right side, our PlayOnSports.com player of the game, number 11, Clara Klossner of Gunn High School, as Gunn knocks off San Benito by a final score 47-24 to capture the 2013 Girls Division I Central Coast Section Basketball Championship. Claire, you guys dominated this matchup. You came out swinging. Such a dominating performance here this afternoon. It's always hard to face off against a school that you don't know that much about. An example here being San Benito. How did you prep for them with such a short amount of time?
I mean, I think a lot of it is preparing for the game environment. The CCS Championship, obviously a huge place. So it's kind of somewhere we've been before. It's our third time to the CCS Championships. Won it last year, lost it the year before. So we've been here, we've done that. We know the environment. We know what we're getting ourselves into. So then we had all that prepared, and it was just the team. So we watched game film, but I think what we figured out was a lot of it was about us. That it didn't matter who we were playing. If we played our game, we had it down.
Head coach Sarah Stapp, she's a motivator. We see her walking back and forth on that sideline. She's always got that face. You know, she's a great head coach. What did she tell you girls after the victory? We knew she was excited. What did she tell you guys?
I mean, she's an amazing coach, and she prepares us just so well. After the game, I mean, this is obviously a huge win for us, back-to-back CCS championships, but it's just another game, and we have another game. We have NorCal's that we went to last year, so this is huge for us. We're really excited, but we have more games, and we're just trying to prepare for the future. So, I mean, I think she told us at halftime, we pretty much know we're going to win this game. How are we going to win it? How are we going to prepare for the next game? So that was kind of what she's been telling us, is always preparation, getting ready for the next step.
Preparation, getting ready for the next step. That's right, because the party doesn't stop here. No. Gunn will face off next week in the Northern California Regionals, something to look forward to with that nice CCS championship across the belt. Clara Klossner, our PlayOnSports.com player of the game, once again, final score 47-24 as Gunn defeats San Benito High School. Last question for you here, Claire, before I let you go and celebrate with your team. Back-to-back CCS titles. What does this say about these seniors? And most importantly, what does it say about the Gunn basketball program?
Yeah, I think it says a ton about the program. This is our first back-to-back CCS championships. Last year was our first CCS championship, and I think that just says everything about Miss Stapp. I mean, she's just creating a phenomenal program at Gunn. A lot of us I've known her, been playing for her since 5th grade. We all have kind of known each other, grown up together, and so she's kind of just creating this environment at Gunn. We don't have the highest caliber of sports, but our girls basketball team is just, I mean, we're like almost no other team at our school. And I think that's incredible that she's created this environment for us where we feel so like powerful and strong, and that like we can win CCS championships. So I think it says everything about Ms. Stapp and what she's created for us.
Well, I tell you what, the girls basketball program at Gunn shined beautifully here this afternoon.
Thank
Claire
you.
Klossner, congratulations.
Thank you.
Our PlayOnSports.com player of the game, once again, final score 47-24. Gunn comes out victorious. Folks, stick around. We'll be right back to wrap things up for the girls Central Coast Section D1. Coming up next is the boys Central Coast Section D1, Santa Teresa, Bellarmine. Don't go anywhere. You're tuning in now to the PlayOnSports.com post-game show. We just wrapped up action for the 2013 Central Coast Section Girls Division I basketball title game. Gunn defeats San Benito 47-24. Fred, our PlayOnSports.com player of the game, Claire Klossner, finishes with 11 points, 7 boards. And interesting enough, after that conversation we had, she's going to Princeton playing softball. How about that from a two-sport athlete?
Does it really surprise you
Wow.
that she's a multi-sport athlete and this isn't even her major sport? That shows you the athleticism that she has, just inherent, all-around athlete, obviously a very good student as well. Great young lady, had a great game, and her teammates certainly supported her in this game. I think the big stat here this afternoon, points off turnovers. Gunn had 27 points off of turnovers, probably most of them in the first half, if I'm not incorrect, versus the Haybalers 6. In fact, it was 18 in the first half by Gunn, where they got the spread of their victory. So it was that swarming defense, Sean, that made the big difference.
It made the big difference, and it really kindled the offensive attack for Gunn throughout the entire afternoon. Once again, final score 47-24. Gunn defeats San Benito. Both teams will move on to the Northern California Regionals, and Claire, during our interview, hinted that that was something that head coach Sarah Stapp wanted them to consider. In the background is finish strong here and carry it into the Northern California Regionals.
Yeah, she certainly no doubt did that. Coach Stapp, we knew coming into this game, she wanted to run it up tempo. She knew if they could get a good early lead, it would allow them maybe not to rest a few of their players and not get so aggressive that it would take them out of their momentum and energy for that following game. And I think she accomplished that here this afternoon.
Final score, Gunn 47, San Benito 24. Folks, that's going to wrap up the action for the girls CCS D1 Basketball Championship. Stay tuned here at PlayOnSports.com, because in just over 20 minutes, we're going to bring you the boys CCS D1 Basketball title. That game between Santa Teresa and Bellarmine coming up shortly. Stay tuned to PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.